afternoon. I'm Gregory Lambert. Who are we? We are a pharmaceutical company in the gut-brain axis that we apply to metabolic disease and obesity. Our mission is to control the body weight and the metabolic disease by modulating the appetite through intervention on the microbiome. And our approach is to use the mimicry of hormones that target well-described pharmaceutical targets, such as, for example, alpha MSH. So we do alpha MSH mimicry, which is the hormone of satiety. We have an approach that is a hybrid between nutraceuticals and pharmaceuticals. We have, coming to the market this year, in 1 month, a probiotic 2.0 that is a bacteria that produce a specific protein that modulates the appetite through mimicry. And we will also, and we are currently developing the protein itself as an active pharmaceutical ingredient. Our company is based on 10 years of research at the INSERM, which is the National Medical Research Institute in France. We are based in Paris area as well as in Normandy, where we have our laboratories in the University of Medicine there. We have a portfolio of patents, and as I said, our technology platforms can generate both therapeutic and nutraceutical opportunities. So the technology platform, as I said, is microbiome-based. It's well characterized, well published in high-impact factor journals such as Nature, Cell. We have strong preclinical proof of concept in both diet and genetic obesity models. Our probiotic that is going to the market is the bacteria strain. It's fully industrialized now. It's going to be a food supplement. It's going to be launched in December in France. And we have, in parallel, an ongoing clinical trial with 240 subjects, which I'll tell you a little bit more about afterwards. And we also discuss commercialization, partnership, distribution, license with future partners for the rest of Europe and US. For the drug, it's based on the active protein. It's currently in development. We also have some R&D partnership in discussion. One is signed, it's going to be announced soon. We've signed a partnership for the application of this technology in obesity in pets, and especially in dogs. How is the technology working? So basically, when you eat the nutrients, first of all, they feed the bacteria in your microbiome, and your bacteria start to grow and produce certain proteins, in our case, the CLPB, which is that protein that mimics the alpha MSH. And this CLPB is able to bind on the intestine mucosa and trigger the release of satiety hormones, such as the PYY, that's going to activate the satiety at the brain level. There is also some absorption of the CLPB, which is also itself active directly at the brain level. Our preclinical data include the different benefits that we have demonstrated, so reduction in the body weight, reduction in the food intake, improvement of the body composition, activation of the lipolysis, decrease of the fasting glycemia, and improvement of the oral glucose tolerance test, and activation of the central satiety pathways. The ongoing clinical trial is currently conducted with the bacteria itself. It's an enterobacteria called Hafnia alvei. This bacteria is a well-described bacteria present in the cheese, so it's a food grade. And it's a 3-month treatment that we are doing. There, we give 2 administrations per day. The trial is ongoing in Germany in 3 centers. And the endpoints that we look at is the body weight, the body composition, waist and hip circumference, lipid metabolism, also subjective measurements such as the feeling of satiety. And this is going to be a result when we have this that will boost the sales of the supplement that's going to be on the market, but will also help us to design our future phase 2 with the protein itself. This is the product that's going to the market in France in December this year. The purpose of this commercial launch is to deploy our regulatory approval for that supplement. So based on the fact it's commercial in France, it's going to be easier to apply for the other countries in Europe. It is also to break in the supply chain and allow an easier discussion for distribution and license agreements. And it's also going to help us to fine-tune the pricing strategy. We are looking for distribution agreement in 2019 for with either partners that have several countries or partners on a country-by-country basis. Our clinical trial results are going to be available in the first quarter of 2020, so about 1 year after the initial introduction to the market. It's going to be used to boost the sales. And we also look for partners in the US. We have started the regulatory process. We'll go in the US by the GRAS, generally recognized as safe route, but we could accelerate this if we find a suitable partner. For the therapeutic development, we fully characterize our probiotic of our bacteria. So more than what is normally done for a probiotic, we assess the amount of protein, how much fragmented is the protein. So we generate a lot of data about the efficacy of this protein. And we also already demonstrated in the preclinical that this protein is directly active on the food intake and the body weight. So we have 3 options that we're currently exploring. One is the protein or the fragments of the protein that's going to be given in an appropriate galenics. We're not looking for systemic absorption because it's active in the gut lumen, but we want to avoid the degradation in the gut. The second option is to use the inactivated bacteria, which is something also that has given some positive proof of concept in the preclinical. It's going to be more challenging in the characterization, in the development of the CMC, but this is definitely an option. The bacteria is a natural shell that's providing a natural galenics. And the last option, which is probably for now more challenging from the regulatory point of view, we're waiting for the agencies to regulate this field, is the live biotherapeutic approach. So these are the order of preference, active pharmaceutical ingredient, inactive bacteria, or live biotherapeutic. And we'll have to decide by 2020 which route we are going to pursue amongst these 3 options. Our technology platform is not only about satiety, it's about mimicry of hormones in the gut-brain axis. We have identified several potential other mimicry there, looking for example, the ghrelin, the oxytocin, the vasopressin, so mimicry based on proteins made by the bacteria. We have 2 ongoing academic collaborations to explore these other opportunities. So currently we're looking for financing, and we are designing a Series B that's going to be separated in 2 phases. First of all, we're looking for a Series B1 that is going to be more directed to this kind of transition period where we start the commercialization of the dietary supplement. We sign commercial partnerships. We start to generate sales. We finalize our clinical trial. And this is a round of about 3 million euros. So we already have Venture. We have a new investor that is Bioprox, is our CMO. So these are the people that manufacture for us. We have NCI, which is a Normandy fund. So we look for additional investors that will invest between 500 and 2 million euro. This is a unique opportunity to enter in the company before we have a big jump in the value at the moment. We'll initiate, we'll really start to invest in the development of the therapeutic product. And it's also a good opportunity to be there. At the moment, we'll raise our Series B. Our Series B will be more directed towards the pharmaceutical development, so mainly the CMC and the phase 2 that's going to be designed based on the ongoing clinical trial results. There's going to be much more money, probably in the range of 15 million, and this is going to be around 2020. Thank you for your attention. I think we have plenty of time left for questions.